Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King, and I just got done watching Ambulance. Ambulance is a 2022 film that was directed by Michael Bay. I should have known what I was getting into when I saw Michael Bay's name. But the plot of this movie is we have Jake Gyllenhaal and Yahya Abdul-Mateen. These two play brothers, adopted brothers, and you see that especially Yahya Abdul-Mateen's character, he has this wife that's sick and needs surgery. I think they say cancer. But they don't have the money, so he sort of desperately decides to take a job with Gyllenhaal. This job is that they're going to rob a bank. And so obviously this job goes horribly wrong. And the whole movie is them on the run from the cops while in an ambulance taking hostages. Now, what I thought of this movie was I had fun with it. I did. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. And maybe judging from the trailer, I remember seeing this trailer months ago and thinking to myself, this looks really compelling and interesting and maybe more serious than what Michael Bay is mostly known for making. Of course, watching the movie, that's not exactly the case. Let's talk about the actors. Jake Gyllenhaal. I love Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor. He's great in everything that he's in. And I really enjoy him here, where he's just a guy who seems unhinged. He seems like somebody that they don't fully go into his, like why he is the way that he is. You get some ideas that he's had a rough life and that he's sort of along the way used people to get what he wants. But at the end of the day, his relationship with his brother is real, like he will do anything for that dude. And even when there's times in the movie where it seems like he could turn on him or could be more selfish, he doesn't. He seems, at least when it comes to Yahya, he seems like a stand-up guy. Everything else, though, no. Jake Gyllenhaal has these moments where you can't predict what he's going to do next. He seems like he's willing to kill anyone else that could get in his way or that could ruin something that he has in mind. And so I guess that made him a pretty interesting character because he was unpredictable. But the problem was that there was some goofy moments. Michael Bay just can't help himself. There are goofy moments, goofy scenes, goofy stuff of like Jake Gyllenhaal calling a friend of his and they're talking about flamingos, and they're talking about this and that. And of course, Jake Gyllenhaal is having to be erratic and loud and angry because he wants this to speed along. But it's like, this is silly. A couple of these moments are very silly. And then the whole plan itself, Jake Gyllenhaal's character, this plan is awful. I don't know if it was like the worst luck ever as far as how bad it ended up going, or if it was just poorly planned and poorly executed. And judging by a lot of what Gyllenhaal does here, I'm going to assume that it was poorly planned and poorly executed. He hires some of the dumbest type of people to be on the crew and on the team, and they do a lot of dumb things. And I can't say that I felt so bad when a lot of them bit the dust. But still, it was like, oh, there had to be a smarter or easier way. And then I realized, wait, this is Michael Bay. A smarter and easier way? No. Things have to be over the top. Things have to go pedal to the metal. So many explosions. The camera angles of the camera swooping through as the cops are chasing the ambulance. It might look cool, but it did seem a little overdone. It did seem like it was unnecessary. Yahya Abdul-Mateen, I really enjoyed him. Of course, he's the guy that you feel for, that you sympathize with, that you understand. I like the fact that he's a former military dude, so he has not only the war hero decorations and accomplishments, but he has that heart, that heart of gold. He's a guy who, yeah, sure, he made a dumb mistake. He's going along with his brother and he's doing something that he shouldn't be doing, but he's also desperate, he's trying to get his wife this surgery, and it makes sense. It does, for why he's doing what he's doing. And there's plenty of times throughout the film where he talks to his wife on the phone and you see him with his young baby son, or he is interacting with the hostages, or he's being selfless and he's willing to sacrifice himself or do anything to protect people that don't need to be harmed. Or when he realizes, he even has a moment where he says to his brother, like, we're the bad guys. We let things get out of hand. We did a lot of messed up things. We can't just walk away from this. The hostages, you have this one cop who was shot, and so he's the one that's bleeding out in the ambulance. But you have the EMT worker, who is played by Eiza Gonzalez. And I've seen this actress in a couple of things, and I might have liked her in those. She's obviously very easy on the eyes, gorgeous. And that was right up Michael Bay's alley. Let's hire one of the hottest chicks to play the female role in this movie. But I think this is one of the better female characters that Michael Bay has directed. They don't spend all this time like with the camera up her ass or cleavage or all this stuff, which I might have just disappointed some people saying that. But her character is smart. Her character is capable. Her character is caring and willing to do whatever to save her, anyone that is in danger or that is about to die. Like, she will put herself on the line. And not only that, she has moments of sassiness where she gets in Gyllenhaal's face. Even though he has a gun on her, she's willing to call him a dumbass, because at the end of the day, Gyllenhaal kind of is. Moments of levity? Yeah, sure. There were moments that made me chuckle and made me laugh, but there were also some moments that were a little cringy, or moments that made me go like, all right, we did not need to go this silly. We did not need to go that over the top. I thought some of the action was decent. Some of the chase scenes were decent. It was rated R, so there was blood and people being killed in some violent ways. And there were some side characters that I could have done without of. This movie's over 2 hours long. It's like 2:15, 2:16, and I probably would have tried to cut back closer to the 2 hour range. Because a lot of side characters that I just didn't give a fuck about, as far as like the police chief or whoever that's running the operation to chase them down. It's like I didn't care about him or his giant dog. I didn't really care about the cop's partner that was so like, oh, I need to save my partner. It's like, I get it, but I don't really care. And also the hostage negotiator guy that I guess had a past with Jake Gyllenhaal. They used to be friends. I was like, this is really random and forced as fuck. The movie's not terrible. I expected probably to like this a little more than I did. At the end of the day, though, because I watched it at home, I'm going to give this a Netflix and chill.
Oh, yeah.
So, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Ambulance if you end up watching it, too. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.